For most of us, leaving a mark on this world is just a figure of speech, but one man managed to leave a mark that will remain for millions of years. You may have heard of the story of the astronaut who wrote his daughter's initials on the lunar surface. There's been documentaries and it's been mentioned in pop culture references.
I don't want to be that kind of dad. I want to be Eugene Cernan.
Who's Eugene Cernan?
Apollo 17 astronaut, last man on the moon, coolest dad of all time.
But there's more to this story that you may not know. First, let's revisit the known story. Gene Cernan was the commander of Apollo 17, the last manned mission to the moon. Along with fellow astronaut and geologist Harrison Schmitt, Cernan spent 3 days on the lunar surface, collecting rocks, doing tests, and taking photographs. Then, on December 14, 1972, just before he reboarded the lunar module for his journey back home, Cernan knelt down and traced TDC in the lunar dust, his daughter Tracy's initials. With no wind or atmosphere on the moon, that tribute is expected to remain there for millennia. But the story doesn't end there. Enter Alan Bean, former NASA astronaut turned artist and one of Gene Cernan's close personal friends. Bean left NASA in 1981 to pursue his career as a painter and often used photographs of various NASA missions as inspiration. Years after Apollo 17, Bean recreated a photograph of the crew working near a massive boulder they had found. In his book, Painting Apollo, Bean shares that Cernan once told him that he wished he had written his daughter's full name in the boulder itself, but the idea hadn't come to him until he was back on Earth. Inspired by this, Bean invited Cernan to his studio, had him put on a big glove, and told him to write Tracy's name the way he would have on the boulder. And then, with his brush strokes, Bean brought Cernan's wish to life on canvas. He titled the painting Tracy's Boulder, though it's more often remembered as Tracy's Rock, a name it carries with it to this day. Though Cernan never captured a photograph of his gesture, which is something he mentions in future interviews that he really regretted, Bean was able to preserve on canvas the spirit of this timeless tribute. I hope this story warmed your heart and brought a smile to your face, because you know what they say, a smile a day keeps the existential dread at bay. See you next time.